I'm going to ask, have you seen The Fighter? Yes? Great. You all might have seen Ritika Roshan there as an army officer in Lakshya and now as a fighter pilot. I was truly inspired watching Ritika Roshan, but I did not know the kind of hardships goes behind becoming that officer. It is a UPSC examination where we have to clear the CDS exam first. The second step to it is even more difficult, where it's a 5-day long process of interview where each and every section of your personality is checked, starting from your confidence to your psychology to your ground task, every single thing. Thereon comes the medicals. And then finally, you make it through the merit. What I do, I help all the defense aspirants to achieve this. And this comes in with my own experience of getting All India Rank 26. And I've also been recommended 5 times for Air Force as well as Army entry. It's been 4 long years since I started off with Insight SSB, and I'd always been asked a question that after so many successes, what's been the reason why you did not join Forge? This is the right platform to tell you my story, my side of the story. This young girl saw her father in those boots, in that combat uniform. I was very inspired by my mother for sure. I really liked her heels, but I truly loved my dad's combats more than I liked my mother's heels. It's usually the legacy taken by the boy of the house to serve the nation. But here, the girl with ponytail really wanted to go ahead, dive into it, and serve the nation. A dream for me, and I started working for it right away from the starting. In school, I was expected to be an all-rounder. I was doing well in my studies. I was doing everything possible. Even in college, I was president of my college. Students' Union, as you know, comes in a thing that is serious exam in my final year, where I am the president. I have to manage my college. Along with that, I have to prepare for the serious exam. I prepared for it in 2 months, where people find it difficult to clear even in a year, by a process of smart work, okay? 2 months, I say, and I cleared the CDS. And it's not a big deal, let me tell you, everybody out of you can do it. I cleared the examination, comes in the second stage. That is, I have to go for my SSB interview now. And that's 5-day long process again. I went with my grandfather. He was considered to be the lucky one because my brother, who now flies Su-30s, he got recommended while he went along, and same goes with my father too. So he was the lucky one, and that's why he went along with me. Once we got down at railway station, he saw a crowd of almost 400, 450 girls, and he was like, I was so stupid to get my trains done today itself. Like in the morning, I was dropping you and I was going back. I guess I must wait till the screening round is over. I don't know from where that confidence came in. I said, listen, you please go. I will make it through. I went inside. I cleared my screening round, got selected. And as per to me, guys, as per to me, as soon as I was done with SSB, yay, I'm going to academy. That is what was in my head. Little did I know, the experiences that I had from my house was that of the males, because it's usually much more easier because of the number of seats that they have. It's not easy to clear SSB for guys, but yes, getting merit in was pretty easy. Whereas when I talk about me as a girl, we have hardly 10 to 12 seats when it comes to Army and 4 to 5 seats in Air Force when it comes to my branch. I went to medical, that is when I got to know about it. Then started the process, the rigorous process of going again to SSB and then again waiting that, okay, this time it is going to be. I guess you might have heard Captain Sandhya. She's also a very nice friend of mine, and she, this year, 2024 Republic Day, she led a contingent of Army, Air Force, Navy, tri-services contingent of women. She faced the same issues along with me. We used to talk इस बार होगा मेरिटन या नहीं होगा. Finally, coming to my attempt that I was about to give, the fifth attempt, I started with a rigorous pain in my body. It's just a month before my SSB. Every joint of my body was hurting. I went to the doctor and I was told upon that it might be vitamin D deficiency. I took the pills and I was again off for my SSB. It was chilling cold in Dehradun while I went for my SSB. And again, the same thing happened while I was giving my ground task. Every joint of my body hurted. But still, I made it through again. I came back home. I told my mother, it's something wrong. I guess we must visit the doctor. I told about my symptoms, and my doctor was in a very weird situation that this is not usual in just a 22-year-old girl, what you're telling. I was referred ahead, and guess what? You might have heard names like Selena Gomez and Sushmita Sen having autoimmune problems. I was told upon I have one of the autoimmune problems and physical fitness being the prime thing to join Forge. The girl who started with the dreams when she was very young and now 22 years old being told that you cannot join because you have arthritis. You heard it right. Old man's disease, usually known as arthritis, was there in my body. I went to the doctor. My doctor told me, in next 10 years, you might end up in wheelchair. I was shocked to hear it. I was like, he's telling the extreme things to me. It's not possible. But as soon as I stepped out, I saw maximum number of patients in a situation where they could not even stand without support. And my heart broke. I was like, how am I going to survive this? I was just thinking about my career right now. Here, I have some other problem in my life. I went back home. You might think I was very strong. No, for a day, I cried. I did not know what to do ahead in my life. And I was told there's only one way out, and that is putting steroids in your mouth every single day and waiting. Today your kidney is gone, tomorrow your liver is gone, and what not. Just this was told to me. I came back. I was like, this cannot be the end of my life. Not happening. You cannot. I was like, there must be some research, some way out of it. And guess what I found? Where people are popping pills in their mouth, till now, I found a way. And when the doctor said that in next 10 years, you might end up in a wheelchair, I don't find it anywhere. I'm still standing high on heels after 4.5 years. Now, this wasn't easy again. For 2 years, I was just eating boiled food. Boiled food for 2 years, rigorous exercises, and the love of my life, who is right now here, he was the one who encouraged me through the situation. I used to ask him, I started looking so ugly, I'm just bones, I'm nothing. And he was there to motivate me through every step. And that is why I say, always invest in those relationships that stand for you. Be it your friends, be it anybody. Always invest in the people who are by your side during your hardships. Because उसके अलावा सब रहते हैं यार साथ. खुशी के time हर कोई होगा. Moving ahead, my mother, she every single day cooked 2 meals for me. And that is when I was like, what I'm going, it's okay, I'll take my health forward. I will try and get back on track. But what to do next? I had only thought of Forge. उसके अलावा मैंने कुछ नहीं सोचा था. And I know many of you, sitting here, have certain dreams in your life. Second option हम नहीं लेके चलते हैं. Right? Now comes in. I thought, let's start with civil services. It matches a bit. And I guess this is something that will kind of make me feel good. It was COVID times, and one of my friend called in. And he said, Vaishali, तेरी वजह से मैं 12th attempt में recommend हो गया हूँ, मैं IM में जा रहा हूँ, ठीक है? And I started getting calls from a lot of my friends, कि यार थोड़ी help कर दे, मेरा SSB है. And I was helping them out over and over again. And then one of my friends again approached me and said, can you just please teach on my, my channel? I was like, yeah, great, I can do that. So I started off with this, and it was giving me immense satisfaction because it was something that I was doing, my childhood dream. And literally I was preparing for civils and I wasn't getting that feeling. Now I know what I have to do ahead. And that is when Insight SSB was born. Insight SSB came in with the ideology of a gap that was in the society. Defense exam preparation was made a big hawa, कि ये तो हो ही नहीं सकता. Whereas I personally feel that there is a smart work strategy that you can use. You have to study the examination before studying for the exam. And this is for everybody out of you, because I know half of you must be preparing for government exams, right? So please follow in that strategy. And just giving you an example, it's not something that, I'm just speaking. CDS 1 2023, CDS 2 2023, CDS 1 2024. There was one video that I released. People wait for my last minute revision videos. One video that I released. Imagine the length of the video was 49 minutes. Current affairs that come in exams is usually 19 questions out of 120. Can you imagine in that 49 minutes video how many questions I was able to predict that of UPSC? 6 questions directly from 49 minutes video. जो कि सिर्फ 6, if I talk about 6 month की video थी, मतलब basic 6 months of current affairs were covered in it. So that is the kind of smart work strategy I was talking about. Thereon, I moved ahead, I followed the path, I helped so many students, and today I stand here very, very proud saying that 200 plus of my students are recommended. They are right now serving the various parts of the nation. Some of them are paratroopers, some of them are fighter pilots, and whatnot. And I today say that I am living my dreams through them. And I just have to say one thing to each and every one out of you. The equation that we talk about, that is 1 plus 1 is equals to 3. There is always that missing 1, because LHS has to be equivalent to RHS. Now here for me it was health, right? For you, it can be anything. Somebody feel it's finances, whatever. People will say to you that you cannot do it. It's your own inner feeling that must push you through. You can do it. You have to fight out through each and every problem. And हर problem का solution होता है. भगवान एक दरवाजा बंद करता है, आपके लिए दूसरा दरवाजा खोलता है. ठीक है? तो हमेशा एक ही चीज मैं बोलूंगी. Keep trust in yourself, keep trust in the process, and be surrounded by the people who inspire you to become a better human being. Thank you so much, everyone, and it was a great platform to share my story.